Here at Galaxy, of course, yeah, believe me, whiskey on the rocks. Remember it well, I really do. 24 past 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. It is 18.5 degrees. I think Barbara's in danger of actually winning this one this morning. I'm kind of worried about that. It is Wednesday, the 27th of August, and believe me, you're going to love this. So let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Let me just play with and see if I can get this microphone in a decent place to be able to talk to you. Nice to have everybody with us. And I tell you what, for those of you that haven't watched this before, nice to be on board. Why not become part of the family? We call it The Noise here at Galaxy simply because we hear and we listen to everything you say, all monitored, everything. Believe me, we get all of your mail. And we get a lot of it too, so keep it up. Welcome along. For those of you that don't know what's going on, why not sub, thumb, bell? You know, sub, thumb, bell. Yeah, bell notifications when we have important people, much like Emmie Lee today. She's coming out of Oslo, and believe me, I've got a few friends in Oslo, so it's nice to have somebody out of Norway back again. But there's a twist, she's British. We'll talk about that as well, we really will. And for everybody that doesn't know how to do it, you know, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it The Noise, yeah, and we do hear you. The bell, the thummy thing, you know, get epileptic. Tell you what, let's get this underway. Here's Emmie Lee joining us live, Semi-Country Girl. Excuse me. Dear idiot. I'm an asthmatic, unfortunately.
Same.
Oh, I feel sorry for you. I really do. I really
My
do.
asthma has been tons better since moving to Norway, though. So, you know, that's one bonus with the fresh air here. Less pollution, less problems with my lungs.
Believe me, we all here that work here came from Auckland, our biggest city in New Zealand, and I says, hey, bugger this, I'm out of here, I'm going to go and build a radio station somewhere, and well, these cretins come along with me, thank God, you know, but I'm thinking, you know, it's a pine foresty area, we're in between three major cities, so, you know,
yeah,
and the decision to come here was purely financial. It's cheaper, it really is, to buy a building here than what it was in Auckland, and
yeah, I can imagine.
so we started up this radio station here, and I'm thinking, you know, it's going to be so much better. It's countryside, right?
Yeah.
Until we found out about the pine pollen all around the place, all the...
No.
Then they spray.
Yeah.
And then they spray.
And then they spray and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's sort of like stepping
Mine's birch pollen is my nemesis, and there is a birch tree outside my bedroom window.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
I've had 3 of those Kenalog or whatever they're called injections, the allergy injections already this year.
Listen, I've got the solution. It's called a damn chainsaw.
No, I love my tree.
Fair enough. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm going to get this microphone right sooner or later. We're talking to Emmie Lee, I got to get that right as well, and she's coming out of Oslo in Norway. Emmie, such a pleasure to have you.
Hi.
Welcome to Galaxy.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Now, this really is a whole deal. It really is. I've got to get my head around this one because, believe me, I'm absolutely loving this. I really am. Emmie Lee in Oslo, Norway, coming from, well, she's a UK girl. She's coming from, you know,
I am.
she's British, but she sings country and has done so in places like Nashville, for instance. So there's a whole mix in this. How did all of this come around?
Okay, let me start at the beginning. So I'm from Yorkshire in the north of England, but there's actually quite a big country scene around there. So the country music, I suppose I've heard it from every aspect of my life. So there's a place called Wetherby that has this engine shed where they host live events and do line dancing and things like that. So I've grown up with that, but also my mum has had a place in Florida since I was 2. So we spent most of our holidays in the States, and the music just kind of absorbed, you know, it absorbed in. So I love all music, but I've always felt that country is sort of resonates the best with me. So, yeah.
You know, I'm so glad to be very honest with you, and I want to give a big shout out not only to Gert Hensky, but all the listeners that request you, because I see your name every morning in my breakfast show. Now, we don't physically by hand put anything in. Literally, it's all done by how many requests we get from our fans, the noise, and that goes into a machine. The machine turns it over, and that's how we make a breakfast show every morning. So we really, physically, we don't have favourites or anything like that. It's all machinery that does it. And at the end of the day, it's everybody around the world that's asking for you.
Oh, so, that's so lovely to hear. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all your amazing listeners.
Now,
I love you all.
I know that you're coming up with a new track very, very shortly. I want to talk about that. But we opened up the show with Semi-Country Girl. Explain. Tell me all about this, please.
So this was a track that was actually written for me by my good friend Lawson Valerie. I sing in a band with him here at the moment. He's from Texas originally, but has lived in Norway for 50 years. And he just thought that it seemed like it was about me, you know, like it's sort of like normal day job, but then on the weekend I become a country singer and, you know, kind of thing. So, and it's such a cool song. So yeah, when he suggested it, I was like, yes, I definitely want to record that.
Well,
it's a great track.
I got to be honest with you, Emmy. 1,799 requests so far. I know it's going to go up again tomorrow morning. So people just absolutely love it. They really, really do. Now, I'm being asked by my on-air producer, Sandy, coming out of Toronto in Canada. She's asking, Emmy, how do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you a talker? But more importantly, do you respond?
I am on Twitter, but I'm not very good at it, I have to say. I don't tweet very often. I have a Facebook page. Yes, you can find me, Emmie Lee. It's a page. I also have a group, which is Emmie Lee Fans. You can find me. I have my own website, emmielee.com, and you can find all my links to the socials on there. I'm on YouTube. TikTok occasionally when I remember, Instagram, so all the usual places. It's usually Emmie Lee or Emmie Lee Studio or Emmie Lee Norway, or you can search anything and you should find me.
Now, Normie, a friend Normie, is asking, do you have a merch store? Where can I buy a cap, a koozie and a t-shirt?
You know, I tried to set one up recently and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. So that is something I am looking into. I clearly failed. Me and technology, not the best mix. So I think I need to get assistance with that. I do have merch which I sell at my gigs. So if you come to Norway, you can buy things. But I will definitely get on and get some on the website and on the Facebook page and everywhere. So soon.
Very cool. Watch this space. Now, I tell you what, how would you like to send me a t-shirt? I'd be more than honoured to wear your brand while I'm doing this. And it does work for some reason. I don't know how, but they seem to, while I'm doing this, and I've had people say to me, Grant, you know, while you're doing the interview, I've actually been on the other interwebby thing, buying a t-shirt and a koozie, and I got a free pick as well, you know, so it kind of works, if you know what I mean. So maybe.
That is a great suggestion. As soon as I get a new batch ordered, I will get one out to you.
Very cool. I'll get Barbara to send you all the details, really, because I really would be very honoured to be able to wear your brand. And, you know, I'm very...
I would be honoured to have you wear it, so that works both ways.
I've got to be honest with you, I'm very humbled to meet you. I really, really am. And I really want to come down and get down to the skinny of being a pin-up. Now, get your mind out of the... Nah, come on. Gosh. No. Believe me, I know what it's... Because I do have a friend of mine who's a pin-up, and she does her role so very, very well. So tell me about Miss Fuzzy Dice.
So this was something that kind of happened by accident for me. I've always dressed in a pin-up style because I'm kind of curvy and that style suits me, and I'm, you know, not very tall, so I need to, you know, emphasize what I've got, basically. They do this car meeting. It's called a border meeting, Grensetreff, which is the border meeting between Sweden and Norway every year. And it's a 5-day event from the Wednesday to the Sunday, and they normally have 2 pin-up contests in it. I just happened to be in the town, and someone saw me and said, "Oh, you need to be in the competition." So I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can do that, you know, no problem." I thought they were just short on people to enter. And then she called me up and said, "Oh, actually, it's been cancelled." But she contacted me the next year and said, "Did I want to be in the competition the next year?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." At the time, I actually had breast cancer, so I had no hair. So I was like, okay, how am I going to make this work? So I got my wig and I styled it, and I was like, yeah, this can work. It'll be fine. I didn't think it was that big a deal, so I just kind of went dressed normally, wore a bit of extra makeup, and did the wig fancier. And there were so many beautiful ladies there. I was like, I have no chance of winning this at all. You know, I wasn't feeling very healthy at the time because I was going through chemotherapy. So I was just like, nah, it's fine. I'm just happy to be here, happy to be out of the house. And then I won. And I was so shocked. And it was just amazing. I didn't tell anyone that I had cancer or anything. I just, you know, I didn't want that to overshadow the experience or anything. So, but it was fantastic. And I got to meet celebrities through it. I got to do lots of interviews and lots of publicity, which was fantastic. And then because I won that qualified me to go through to the Midnight Sun Pin-Up contest in Finland, which I entered last year as well. So I've done a few more competitions, but, you know, just as a hobby more than anything. It's not something I'd really do as a career, but I wear that style of clothing all the time, so it's, you know, it's normal for me to be dressed like that and to have my hair like this.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really, really is. And congratulations. I absolutely love that. I really, really do.
And this is my own hair now. This has grown back, so it's all me.
Of course, absolutely. I didn't think anything other than that, of course. And I've got to say, I'm very, very humbled to meet you. I really, really am, and so very, very pleased. And I would like to be able to talk to you a little bit after this, because we want to put you into a magazine, if that's okay, just to promote you a little bit more than what we can here at Galaxy. So we'd be very, very happy to be able to do that, because we only put in the best of the best into this magazine. We really do. And
Thank you.
well, let's weigh it up, Emmy. Let's be very, very honest. Poor Barbara gets about 200 submissions a day, right? Now, we've got to whittle that down really, really quickly, because we've only got a certain amount of time in the month to be able to get all of these done. So it's got to be good, you know?
And this is what happens when you have such an awesome show.
Well,
everybody wants to be a part of it.
Kind of does, really. I've got to say that it's taken us almost 12 years to get here. But believe me, it really, really is a very, very successful move. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more, because literally we're heading into other countries very, very shortly. And I'd like to be able to have your permission to play your music in these countries. In one country, let's put it this way, blank slate. They are begging for Western music from across the board because of what they've had for 57 years. Well, now the young ones are saying that's mum and dads and granddads, and, you know, it's the older people's, we want something new. So we've been asked to go into this country literally and build a whole chain of radio stations, and I'd be very, very honoured.
Very exciting.
Well, I'll talk to you about
absolutely.
it.
I'd love to be a part of that.
It feels almost perfectly imperfect, to be very honest with you.
Funny you should say that. I know I have a song called that.
Great segue, I think, to be honest. Tell me all about Perfectly Imperfect.
So this was a song I wrote about a friend of mine who I think is pretty perfectly imperfect. I often struggle with with dating sites and the people that are pretending to be something that they're not. And I get fed up with all these pictures, and they're all putting on, and they're all the same. They're all pretending to be something, and then they turn up and they're really not like that and everything. And I like real people, so it's a song about real men, what I really want. So real hardworking, use their hands, that just go out and do man stuff, and don't worry about what they look like. They don't bother doing their hair or anything. I would much rather have a real honest person. So that's what the song is about.
I love it. I really do love it. And to be honest, my wife won't let me go anywhere near dating sites, so I'm safe. I really am. Here is Emmie Lee joining us live too, coming out of Oslo, and Perfectly Imperfect. You're here at Galaxy. Yeah. How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, great.
Nice.
I'm a night owl anyway, so this is perfectly fine for me to be up at this time of night.
Fine. Oh, well, that's good. I was a little worried about that, to be honest, but I thought, well, for a start, you're an entertainer, so usually this is the period of hours that you work with.
Yeah. I'm actually most productive through the night. One of my friends messaged me at like 3 a.m. last night, and he was like, "Why are you awake?" And I was like, I'm ordering a dress for an award show that I have to go to next month. I suddenly realised I have nothing to wear for it. And I was like, why are you awake? And he was like, I'm at work. And I went, oh, yeah, I guess you have to be then.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I just happen to be awake because I'm productive in the middle of the night.
I have to be honest with you, all my working career, I don't think I've ever had really a day job. To be very honest with you. Look, I get to work here at night about 9:30 at night, and I'm still here about 4 in the afternoon. So believe me, I work completely through the night, especially when I get to work. I've got to pick up 3 USB devices that Rachel, our receptionist, leaves. One, of course, is for paperwork and stuff that I've got to do, including pay bills and stuff. The next one is stats on how we performed over the day period of 24 hours, and the last one is actually just named noise, which is everybody making requests, which I take to production about 1:30 in the morning, and by that stage, by 6, everything's all chunky hoary and we're on air playing your music. So it's
that's quite a process.
the guys in production seem to be, they're onto it. They're pretty good. Gonzo and Toblerone is what we call them.
It's got to get past me first.
Good names, yeah.
Well, one's got a Gonzo on his desk and the other one likes chocolate.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It fits. It fits.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. I'm not going to say he's calorically challenged, but hey. That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Emmie Lee, coming out of Oslo in Norway, and believe me, I'm absolutely fascinated. Now, Emmie, we were talking about some new stuff coming up in the near future. I just got one question for you. Will you come back again? Can we play your music? Will you come back and can we talk about it again?
Yes, of course, absolutely. I would love to be on again. I love
Fantastic.
talking with you, you know. It's
Fantastic.
making my day.
Well, I tell you what, I really want to make your day that little bit more once we come off here because, believe me, I would love to be able to talk to you about where we're heading and where we would love to be able to take your music and possibly get you on stages in this country as well. You never know, it might happen. It may
I would
happen.
love that.
Fantastic. In the meantime, for everybody
I
else.
do have some friends in New Zealand, so it would be nice to get the opportunity to come and see them. So.
Oh, you poor
That
thing.
would be awesome.
You poor
Where
thing,
are they?
really.
Where?
Sorry to hear that. My sympathies, really. Do you know where they're at? Whereabouts in New Zealand are they?
Oh, do you know, I actually don't know. I just know. I knew them when they lived in England, so.
Okay, believe me, I was kind of, most people say, yeah, I know New Zealand, I've seen Lord of the Rings.
They're on one island or the other.
You got three to choose from, really. Only one that actually got a name, would you believe that? A whole country with only, out of 3 islands, the smallest one at the very bottom of New Zealand got a decent name.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they called it Stewart.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Stewart Island.
You know, I once had a cat called Jason. That's sort of along those lines.
Yeah, I had a dog called Bentley as well, but I never called it an island, really. But really true. Right down the very bottom of New Zealand, we have an island called Stewart, and then whoever named the rest of the country just lost their minds and went south and north.
North, south.
Yeah. Great.
Can't be bothered.
Fantastic thinking, really.
But Stuart, what a great name for an island.
It is, really. You can go and eat mutton birds down there and stuff like that. Believe me, I've done it. I really have. And having said that, my friend, such a pleasure to meet you. I would love to have you back again. Love your work. And got to give congratulations to everybody involved that's making your music happen right now, including Gerd Hensky. You do such a great job, bro. You do. So, thank you for joining us. Please don't go anywhere just yet. And by the way, we're going to take a few pickies, bits and pieces. Barbara's going to put it into a movie. You'll get that by tomorrow. Basically, the YouTube will be up in a couple of minutes. And by the way, with the movie, show it to friends and family. Sure enough, they'll love it because it's you. But I usually say, show it to somebody you don't like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally.
Why?
Because then, before you know it, they're contacting Barbara going, hey, I got a band too. It does happen, it does. I like Barbara to be busy, you see, so
Clever.
keep it under wraps. For everybody else, thank you for joining us today. Join myself and Barbara between 5:30 in the morning and 10 for the breakfast show. 100% Galaxy artists, 110% indie artists, best in the world. Only play the best. You're right here at Galaxy. Have a very, very happy and successful day. Happy radio, everyone.